What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your trusted source for Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, and share the live video with other fans just like yourself. Excuse me, I had something going on in the background. I apologize, everyone, for my opening snafu there. Here, I was echoing in the background, but like I said, like the video and share with other Lions fans just like yourself. Subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate you. We're on our way to 1,800 subscribers. We're at 1,725 right now. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Now, I would like to bring in my special guest, Detroiter, Lions fan, and the host of the Heard That podcast. Welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, Marisa Tigney. What's going on, fam?
In the morning, let's get turned up here. How you doing, Kurt?
Yeah, man, I am doing good, man. Thanks for everyone for coming over. We started the show a little late, 8:15. We started at 8 o'clock, but Dan had his presser at 8 o'clock, so
Listen,
I don't want to interrupt the Lions doing that.
Lions fans are going to have to understand when Coach Campbell speaks, everybody's got to hear what's going on and hear what's going to be said. So, I mean,
yeah,
it's
important. Yeah, definitely. So, welcome everyone for coming at a little later time, but if you're new to the channel, this is how our show works here. We look at Detroit Lions takes, news and rumors. If we like it, we say it's bossed up. If we don't like it, we say it's balled on. And we give our reasons why. But Marisa, welcome to the show. How have you been? And tell people about yourself.
Oh, good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. And such an honor to be on your platform. And those that are watching, good morning to everybody. And shout out especially to all the Lions fans, because we definitely will be running it back. Thank you. My name is Marisa. I am the host of Heard That with Marisa Tigney podcast. My show is coming back on August 15th. I also am the anchor updates for Sports Rap Radio in Detroit, AM 1270. And been a Lions fan pretty much my whole life. And through the good, through the bad, through everybody making a joke of this team, through every comedian using the Lions as a punchline, to the amazing, incredible season that we had last season, and looking forward to what is going on this season. I truly am a sports fan at heart when it comes to the NFL, college, hockey, baseball, you name it. I'm pretty much either at the game or talking about it.
Yeah, definitely. She is connected. And if you don't know who some of her people are, if you don't know who Megan Stefanski is, super fan from the UP. If you don't know who Lala is of the Foxy fan club, these are some of the people that she runs with. She runs with some of the biggest Lady Lions fans there are out there. But now it's time to get into the topics for the day, because we know we got to get into this thing and get this thing popping. All right, today's topics. Taylor Decker gets his payday, man. Woo! The Brinks truck lined up for him. We got intensity ramps up as the pad comes on at training camp, and St. Brown and J-Mo can be the best wide receiver duo in the NFC. And people can be like, what about Justin Jefferson and Addison up there in Minnesota and the guys in Green Bay? I'm going to tell you why that these two guys can be the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North. But let's get into the first topic for today. My man, big guy, Taylor Decker got his payday. It was something that was the biggest news coming out of the My Performance Center yesterday at Allen Park. The signing of Taylor Decker for a 3-year, $60 million contract extension with $31.8 million guaranteed. Brad Holmes announced that deal on 97.1 The Ticket just before the practice started yesterday. And then the extension keeps him in Detroit through 2027. I like the fact that the continuity of the offensive line will be intact for the next few years. I believe that these are the prime championship windows for the Lions. Having one of the best offensive line playing together for the foreseeable future will be important to bringing that Lombardi Trophy to the Motor City. And Decker's $20 million per season average will make him, he will be making less than the franchise tag for left tackles. Because you look at, what the left tackle market is, one of the highest paid tackles in the league plays on the line, but it's not Taylor Decker, it's Penei Sewell. So I think he had a discount. Looking at it, the average is 20, but it won't be that. It'll be a little less because of all the guarantees will be pushed into signing bonuses. But they paid him as a good left tackle, not a great left tackle. And I think you can win a Super Bowl with a good left tackle. So for you, Marisa, looking at the contract for Taylor Decker, I believe it's a good deal, a signing for the Lions. I'm going to say it's bossed up. So what do you feel? Bossed up? If you agree, balled on. If you disagree, that the Lions got a good deal for signing Taylor Decker.
I agree with everything you said. That's a major boss up, and I liked what Coach Campbell said this morning when it came to signing him and giving him that extension. Is that they wanted to see, because coming off of surgery and his health, and throughout his soon-to-be 9-year career with the Lions, we wanted to make sure that he was fully in health and ready to go, and being that support to our offense. And I I love the fact that when Coach Campbell was talking about this morning, how he has that trust with his players. So, the open door policy, you don't hear that a lot with coaches and their players and everything else. Yes, there is certain standards and procedures and all that and protocols you have to go through. But for sure, when it comes to, things of, okay, I believe that I should get paid because, of not my tenure here, but what I have produced, what I've helped with this team, my numbers speak for itself. I like how Coach Campbell would say, what, just be patient with it. Obviously, we definitely want to keep you here. We would definitely want to keep you long term. We definitely want you to, end your career here as a Detroit Lion. So all the fundamentals and all the protocols and everything that led up to this incredible contract, well deserving, by the way. Uh, he earned every dollar of this. I mean, 31.83 million guaranteed. And I know that he's got that dog in him. I mean, people got to realize this man is only 30. And yes, a lot of with some of his career, unfortunately, he had to go through injuries and deal with a lot of stuff, and probably had some self-doubt where if he was going to return to the form of when he was drafted almost, little over 9, soon to be 10 years ago from Ohio State, when he was that dog there. So good to see him getting paid, and good for, Brad Holmes and the organization to lock him in. And, hopefully that this is, as he said, when asked about his contract, that, this is the only team that he wants to stay with and end his career with. So good for us on our end, especially for the Lions organization and everybody, to see more Taylor Decker, and hopefully that he stays healthy, because that's the important thing. We need him, and
Hey,
make
yeah,
sure that he's reported.
yes, yeah. Make sure you report it. Hey, like the video, share the video. Hey, y'all know how we do it on live shows. Go ahead and put your comments in. Do you agree with the Taylor Decker signing? But let's get into the chat a little bit to see what we got going on this morning. All right, good morning, JDC. Good morning, my man. Lady Lion, good morning, everybody. Good morning there. Mile marker, JDC Line, Lady Lion saying what's up. Woo, welcome up, boss up, ballers. Tuesday edition, definitely, my man. Salute to my federal veteran, my man Brent DeWitt is in the building. Buddy, say what up, Kurt? What's going on, brother? Man, we got some mile marker saying, hey, hi, Marisa.
Good
What's going
morning.
on? What's going on? JDC boss up, UP Duke crew, man. What's going on? Morning, all my man King SJ. King SJ, that's my man. He came over from my old Lions on the Proud Days, man. I appreciate you hanging out
Nice.
with us this morning. All right, so kind of time to switch gears, right? And we got to talk about camp, because that's the big thing going on right now. And what we got going on is that we had some high intensity yesterday at the first pad of practice. Two names that actually really stood out to me that I kept hearing, reading reports, are Ennis Rakestraw and definitely Malcolm Rodriguez. Now, you look at this, that the intensity at training camp has already been high, and it's been slowly creeping up. And you look at what's happened yesterday. Ennis Rakestraw, had a nice hit on Tom Kennedy, man, causing incompletion. Rodrigo was just out there just tagging people all over the field, man. But the thing about Rakestraw is that they said he had a different demeanor yesterday when the pads came on. I love to see that from the young rookie. And you got to talk about the iron sharper iron. You know, you got the offensive line versus the defensive line, one of the best position groups in the NFL on both sides of the ball. But the offensive line won most of the day with reports coming out of Allen Park, but the defensive lines did make some plays. There won't be a lot of drop off as far as the run game because that run defense was stout yesterday for the defense. Aleem McNeil had some of the best reps of the starters of the defensive line, overpowering Kevin Zeitler in one-on-one drills. And then one of the things that's been concerning for some people, and I know I've kind of looked at this myself, that is the first unit secondary is still looking for their first interception of training camp. They haven't had one yet. Not saying they're not making plays because they are, but they have been getting some PBUs and not interceptions. So, but one of the factors going on with that is that Jared Goff has been methodical in the offense, which he should be. And there has been a lot of drop off with him, and he's not putting the ball in harm's way. And one thing is that people have to remember about Jared Goff. He went 10 games last season, 10 games without throwing an interception last season. So with that being said, how do you like the intensity of Lions? Now, this is really a boss of a ball out kind of moment. This is kind of like, what do you think about the intensity of training camp?
I think that people forget the last point that you just made, Kurt. I think people forget about the fact that Jared Goff went 10 games without throwing an interception. I think that, you have to look at that because how many QBs have we seen in the last 2 to 3 seasons that went that stretch of a period that made his completions, that didn't throw to the opposite team during games in that stretch of the factor? You mean 2 games, 3 games, half of the game, maybe, until they make a mistake and everything. But to go 10 straight games without throwing an interception is people need to realize and get excited about this season coming up and what this team is going to do. The pads went on, the intensity is went up. We're going to see who is going to be the one that's going to, not only with the fundamentals, we're going to look at the depth of the overall. You got your 3-year with Rodrigo, and and with I'm rocking his jersey today, Hutchinson, and certain players. And then, you talked about Ennis Ragshaw and, Terry and Arnold. We're going to see a lot of these guys and what if the standards and they get it come together with pads, with the fundamentals. Coach Campbell talked about that this morning with, little skirmishes and little fights broke out once pads got on, because these people, especially these players that were part of the team last year, they're not going to forget about that NFC championship that they should have won, that should have got them to the Super Bowl. And I believe wholeheartedly, and I've said this many times on my show and other platforms, that they would have won the Super Bowl, period, over the Chiefs. I will never back down from that statement. But we're gonna see a team that now the team that was there last year, the players that were there last year, they're going to turn up the intensity. And those that have joined, those that were drafted, signed on during the offseason, they're going to either catch on to that intensity, or as Coach Campbell says, they're just going to chip away to the players that want to be there, to that 53-man roster. And, and those they're going to, unfortunately be cut. So this is where we're going to see a lot of the fundamentals take place, especially with our rookies, especially with our veterans. We're going to see a lot of that dog in them, as I said, come out during camp, more so now. I mean, we're a little over a week away from the first preseason game. So I'm excited about it. I mean, fans should be excited about this team and what's going to be produced. And I'll say this in conclusion: the NFC North is going to be one of those conferences that people are going to look at and talk about very closely, because I don't underestimate. I mean, Jordan Love has gotten paid. You got Caleb Williams there in the Bears camp. And then you have, Sam Darnold. Possibly we'll see a JJ McCarthy sighting there in Minnesota. This is going to be a conference where I think it's just going to be some dogs in all four of these teams, and you're going to see it. We're going to see a lot of that in these games. But I believe the bigger dog, obviously, will be us.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't really look at this. I don't really envy our secondary, like because you're going up against the one of the best offenses in the league
I
every
agree.
day in practice. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a tough task for some guys that are just getting together and trying to find their way together. Now,
And they're going to find their
yeah,
rhythm. They're going to find their fundamentals there in the secondary. And I think that people don't need to panic about that. Again, this
yeah,
is the first early stages of the pads going on. And Coach Campbell had made an emphasis and point about that when he was talking to the reporters. And we're going to see them get get the wheels going. We're going to see a
yeah,
lot of improvement there on secondary. That has been for us sometimes the Achilles heel. But I think in the long run, this is where we're going to see where the rubber meets the road,
yeah.
and a lot of improvements there on secondary is going to happen. I'm excited. I'm really excited about where this team is going. I really am.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's get back to the chat. All right, you got a big message right here from Lady Lion. She says, "Boss up, Marissa. Glad you are here."
Thank
You know,
you.
I got to bring in
Shout out
I
to
got
the
to give
ladies,
people what
the
they want.
Lady Lions fans. Yes, we are here. We love our Lions. We represent.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, you got some big name people just
Hey,
dropping in
Brian,
and
what up,
saying
though?
what's going on. Yeah, what up, though? Decker little girl sure is cute. Must take her after her mom. Man, you know what though? That was a cute moment yesterday in his presser. Um,
Mhm.
but I love to see that from Taylor Decker. Definitely doing some big things. I love that fact that he's a family man, bringing his babies to the presser. And the Lions, we've been having baby fever because his wife's pregnant, and I call this the summer of love for the Lions. A lot of weddings,
A
a
lot of
lot of
ways.
babies, a lot of babies last year, but a lot of weddings this year, which is going to mean a lot of babies next year. So,
Super
so
Bowl babies.
yeah, Super Bowl babies is coming definitely. All right. Yeah, definitely. They asked, what did Rodrigo do? Brittany would ask that, man, and he's Bo Boo said he made Vaki a fence post. Yeah, it was definitely a welcome to the
Mhm.
league moment
Yep.
for Vaki yesterday.
Yep,
All
she's
right,
gonna block you.
now here's a topic for me that's kind of been near and dear to my heart. I actually wrote an article for about this earlier in the spring over on Sideline Report, and it's the fact that can Amara St. Brown and JMO be the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North? And here's what I'm talking about, because people are going to talk about the athleticism and dynamic of other receivers groups in the NFC North. But what I'm saying is that they can be the best 1-2 punch wide receiver group in the NFC North. And I'm saying that they aren't the most athletic, aren't the most dynamic. However, they can be the most productive pair. And let's talk about what I'm saying when I say that, right? When I say that they have separate skills, but some of the same skills at the same time, this is what I mean. Because there's a saying over. I've been to Asia a few times. They say same but different, right? So same but different. The Sun guy is a technician, right? He's a precise route runner, and he's tough to cover underneath. JMO is explosive and at the line of scrimmage, and he can take the top off of defenses. But one place where they both thrive in intermediate routes. And here's the difference and the same. St. Brown uses his shiftiness to shake defenders, and he sits down in the holes of coverage. JMO uses his speed to run away from DBs, and he's learned how to throttle down to make himself available to golf. That's one of the things I've seen from him over the end of last year and then into training camp. JMO said it best yesterday. This offense, you have to go out there and play, and the ball will come to you. Ben Johnson is going to put his guys in the best position to make plays, and he's trusted JMO at the end of the season and in the playoffs, and JMO came through. Look at the NFC Championship game, 2 touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 running. He's going to put his guys in the position to definitely succeed in this offense. And then Jameson Williams is finally in tune with Jared Goff. Right? He said they worked out a few times this offseason. You can tell in camp the two are in sync. Williams is catching the ball better, and Goff is finding him. Now, St. Brown is going to do St. Brown. He's going to do his
Yeah.
St. Brown thing.
Yeah.
But he's been working out with JG multiple times in California where they both spend their off seasons. But with both of those guys being in tune with Jared Goff finally, you're gonna have some big numbers, and these guys can be very productive. They could be the most productive. I feel they could be the most productive uh, duo in the NFC North as far as wide receivers go. What do you think about? I'm gonna say it's bossed up. I think they can
Under.
be the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North. So
I
you
agree.
bossing up on that one?
Oh, 100% with like 25 exclamation points at the end of it. Listen, if anybody out there has Netflix and has not seen Receivers, and it is an incredible documentary of the receivers in the NFL, and one of them featured is Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that should remind Lions fans of how good he is and why he got the bag and why he got signed. And Kurt, you described it beautifully. He is shifty. He is quick. He is one of those receivers that can make those plays that it's hard to catch. Kind of remind me of like him in a wide receiver that was morphed into a running back body, but it reminds me of classic Barry Sanders, the way that he is so shifty, such as, the great Barry Sanders was for us many years ago when he played with the Lions. And he's that documentary is so good. It should be so encouraging to Lions fans that Amara is that guy. He is that guy. And JMO with him, now that it's year 3 and I'm seeing that confidence build, and I'm seeing it was reports that I read about, that dog and him coming out, and then, Coach Campbell telling him, I like the intensity, I do, but kind of balance it out with what we got going on, trust this whole entire process, because with these players and with everyone on this team, we love the intensity. We love that they're in pads. We love that they're, ready to go and run through several brick walls and run it back and be better than last season. But, what is the Lions known for sometimes? The refs throwing the silly yellow flag. Literally, I feel that they have the little Lions logo embroidered on every single yellow flag because they just like to throw it against us for whatever kind of illegal something that the Lions is doing. So, yes, have that dog in you. Yes, have that intensity. Yes, have that, fire in you, but make sure that you do it smart so that we don't, on 4th and 2 on the opposing team, or, 4th and short, or whatever it is, that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot with a ridiculous penalty. So with Jameson, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I'm looking for that dog that I saw in Alabama with those catches, utilizing the length of his body and doing those, jump up plays when Goff is throwing it all the way down the field and he's, doing the one hand catch or whatever it is. I'm looking forward seeing to that tandem of Goff and Williams, and in more so, and just him making sure that he has that ball security is what I'm looking for as well. So yes, 100% boss up on that.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get into the comments about this topic, man. Y'all guys been, I ain't even have to tell you to put what you were cheating in the comments, man. They doing it. They say, wow, J-Mo and the Sun God burning DBs, stop the presses. It ain't gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop on that one. All right, line's gonna be so pretty. Oh, so pretty
Facts.
this year in
Facts. That's
secondary,
why
man.
everybody needs to chill on secondary. It's going to work out, man.
Yeah. Bo Boo, Super Bowl, baby. Oh, yeah. Buddy's in the building. St. Brown and JMO going to be great for years to come. Definitely. Goff is dropping some dimes to JMO in stride. The chemistry is cooking between them now.
100%. And people need to get excited about this. It's going to be a lot of their, 1-2 duo. It's going to be a lot. Like JMO is going to be something to behold. I know people in the first early years of his career, people were, chirping and saying he shouldn't and this and that. And you know how Lions, coach recruiting fans from the couch always are. They always think that they know the best. Yeah. You come on. You know what? You see it all the time on social media. Why in the world did Brad Holmes pick him and everything else? And now all of a sudden they are a big fan and got posters of him on their wall and they got jerseys of him and everything else. Trust the process of what Brad Holmes, Coach Campbell, this coaching staff, let them do what they do. This team is going to cook and it's going to shock a lot of people. They're going to go because they're pissed. They're pissed of
Mm.
again, like I said, the opportunities that was last season didn't happen, and it's gonna they're gonna have that fight in them. They want to run it back all the way to the Super Bowl this upcoming season.
Yeah, definitely. Route running position, definitely. St. Brown is a technician. I was
Yes,
talking with Avery Giovanni when I was on the show yesterday, talking about how St. Brown is a technician. He knows he doesn't have the great physical attributes that some of the other wide receivers has, but what he does have is a work ethic. And
yes, he does.
he's going to put the work ethic in, and he's going to make sure that does everything in his power to be one of the best receivers in the league. The St. Brown, J-Mo, and Laporta trio, yeah, that's going to be something special.
I'm excited
And
about seeing Sam Laporta.
and
You too? Yeah.
add in Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. Ooh, that's gonna be something to
Jahmyr Gibbs has
behold.
got that quickness, and and I've said it on my show too. And I was one of those fans, and I said, "Why did we draft a running back? We already got Zach Zenner. What are we doing?" But man, Jahmyr Gibbs, I know, everybody was giggling at me like, "Girl, shut up," but I
Mm-hmm.
did, and the rest is history. And I
Yeah,
mean, he's just scratching the surface.
yeah,
He's
definitely.
quick. He is precise.
Yeah,
And he can do those, just those routes and just hard to catch.
yeah,
I mean, that was just like I said, scratching the surface. We're going to see. He's going to elevate this year. He is.
yeah. King SJ said defenses are going to have to pick their poison. Yes, they are. Boss up J-Mo, Amara J-Mo being the best wide receiver in the NFC North statistically could be the best in the NFC. I have to believe that
I believe that too.
wholeheartedly. Yeah, definitely. Boss up. We're going to boss up again. Boss up.
Everybody,
Boss up for
boss up.
sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. J-Mo maturing and getting stronger for the year. Yeah, you look at he transformed his body this offseason. He came in, with some more muscle on his frame.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to have that body where he can compete. He's a lot of frame guy. He wanted to have that muscle and add some of that
We're going to
to.
see that too.
Yeah,
We're going to see that
he's
too.
good.
A lot from when Goff connects with him.
Yeah, we're gonna see that. And one thing I did see at the line of scrimmage the other day, going up against Carlton Davis the third, he just tried to bum at the line, and the Jamin just kind of ran through his arm and just
Yeah.
and got open. So definitely, Bruce Belly, what's up, Bruce? What's going on, man? All right, he's in the building. Looking at the Bruce, man, I haven't seen you in a while, man. RV, oh man, Jackpot's in the building. Hello, my Lions family. What's going on, RV, man? I haven't seen you in a while, man. I appreciate everyone coming on. Hey, do me a favor. Like the video and share this channel with other Lions fans just like yourself. If you like the content, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm seeing some of my people from our Lions on the Proud Days, man, coming through, hanging out. Appreciate you, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, man. We appreciate you. Now, we're at our time, man. You know how we do. We do a half an hour show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please, Marisa, tell everyone where they can find you and your content.
Well, first of all, thank you again, Kurt, for having me on your platform. I appreciate it. I mean, both of us, we can tell during this conversation, we are very excited about what's happening right now. And it's training camp. That shows a lot of how we're excited. And I hope that Lions fans are excited about what's to come and what's happening and the continued improvements of this team and what Coach Campbell is doing along with the other coaches. It's going to be an amazing season. Everybody can find me. I am on social medias. I am on X at Lovely Marisa T. I am on Instagram at Marisa_Tigney_podcast, as well as Facebook with the same name. Heard That with Marisa Tigney podcast. Follow along if you are on Facebook. And again, my show returns on August 15th. I'll be talking about football, having all kinds of guests on there. If you are a fan, tune in. If you want to chop it up with me, let me know for sure at Marisa.Tigney business at where my email? I'm messing up my email. Marisa.TigneyBusiness at gmail.com. I'm too hype about this season. That's what's going on. And that's where everybody can find me at. But again, Kurt, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that, that watched in the audience and just chopping it up with everybody. I'm looking forward to connecting with so many people this season. I am going to take in a few games, definitely the one here in Texas, because we got robbed in broad daylight, and that was against the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to make sure that we get ours back definitely this season.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Hey, you a fan favorite right now. They said nice suppressed face. Kurt, you must
Thanks.
bring Marissa.
Oh, thanks,
Definitely, I
Bruce.
definitely have you back on the platform. Do
Thank
me
you.
a quick favor, everyone. If you know the crew, man, you know me and my man LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. The links to our social media are in the description of this video. So go ahead and give us a follow on all your favorite social media platforms. We post content on X and YouTube and Facebook. So go ahead and check us out over there, man. Hey, you got to do your man Kurt Steele one favor. If you don't do anything else, whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For Marissa, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.